Welcome to another episode of Mental Health Mondays, where we talk to guests who are either professionals in the mental health space, those that live with or experience a mental health challenge, or mental health advocates. And just as a reminder, if you're watching this on YouTube, make sure you smash down that subscribe button. If you're watching this on LinkedIn, make sure that you follow us and or share. And the same goes for Facebook. Make sure that you are following BCC Evolution and sharing this because you never know who might need the information. And we're going to get rolling. I'm bringing up one of my previous guests from the very, very, very beginning of Mental Health Mondays. So I am super excited to talk with my friend Phillip and share his journey, his incredible transformation over the last it's been a while, over the last year, and really share his experience. So, without further ado, I will bring you in. Welcome, Phillip. Thank you so much for joining me again.
Hi, Kelly. Thank you. Glad to be here as always. Good to see your face.
Yeah. So, I would love for you to share with the audience your transformation because it really has truly been a huge transformation for you over this past, year and a half, right?
We're at let's see, 16 months. Yeah, almost a year and a half.
Wow.
By the time we get to the end of the year, it'll be a year and a half. Yeah.
Wow.
So just real quick, used to live in Colorado, where you were or where you are, and in June of 2021, I left Colorado to come back to Southern California, which is originally where I'm from. My parents are getting a little bit older, needed some help. And so I decided to be a caretaker for them in certain respects and came back to California. When I came back, had a conversation with my oldest daughter, Danielle, who had expressed her concern of, Dad, hey, you're going, how can you take care of other people if you can't take care of yourself? And she meant more of my physical health, per se. And so that conversation kind of rang in my head for actually the whole drive from Colorado to California. When I got here, I decided it took me a little bit once I got here even to decide to really make changes. And so once I decided to make the changes, I just started to institute some diet changes and exercise changes. And since probably, I would say, August of last year up to now, I'm down over 100 pounds. And because I was dealing with some mental health issues as well, some depression and some anxiety, I've also been able to get off my medication in coming back and doing some things with my fitness and my health. It's allowed me the ability to get off that medication. And so that's kind of where I'm at today. It's not why I'm here with you today, but it is where I'm at today. And I feel very fortunate that I've been able to do all of these things in that time period. So
I think that it's incredible. I mean, you are like half the man sitting here than you were the first. I mean, you had the pleasure of doing episode 1 with me for Mental Health Mondays, and now we're up to episode 42.
wow.
And just I mean, if you're watching this, go back and watch 1. I mean, the transformation that I have seen from you over the last 16 months has just been incredible. And I love watching your journey and hearing that it has also helped your mental health, which that's why we do what we do on this show.
Right. Yeah. I feel very fortunate that it's done what it's done. I mean, I know that's not the case for a lot of people out there. And I feel very fortunate that I'm able to do that. It's not that the mental health issues have gone away. It's just I'm choosing to deal with them differently. That's all.
Yeah, absolutely. And exercise is a great thing. And
Yeah, the gym has just become the way I deal with it instead of taking medication. That's all.
yeah, absolutely. But we do also want to talk about, because the reason why I had you come on again is because you are going to set out on a new journey.
Yeah.
And so I would love for you to share, what is that?
So probably about a month or so ago, I was kind of scrolling through my Facebook feed on my phone, and this thing popped up on my feed called 20,029 Everesting. And I'm sure it popped up on my feed because I do a lot of searching for 5Ks, because I run 5Ks. I run a 5K once a month now here in California, and that was a goal that I set forth for myself at the beginning of 2022. And so by the time I get to the end of 2022, I will have run 12 5Ks. So I will have achieved that goal. So I looked at, I said, I wonder what this is. And I started looking at it and looking and finding out more about it. And what it is 29,029 feet is the highest peak at Mount Everest. And if people want to fact check me, go right ahead. You can fact check me. It is the highest peak at Everest. That's what it is. And so I'm not climbing Mount Everest. So let's just get that out of the way right now. I'm not doing that. But what it is this company, 20,029 Everesting, puts on events. They start kind of like late spring into the summertime and into early fall. And you go to a ski resort, and I'm going to go to Utah next August, and you hike up the mountain, and then they gondola you down, and you do it again. They gondola you down, and you do it again. And in Utah, you have to do it 13 times to reach 29,029 feet. And I looked at that and immediately thought, I have to do this. I have to do it because it's just another way for me to challenge myself in 2023. Whereas 2022 was about doing 5Ks and doing one a month and making sure that I was able to run the whole 5K, not have to walk, not have to do anything, but able to run it. So I said, okay, God, this is something I have to do. And as I was thinking about it and started doing some more investigation, and I was actually watching videos about people that had done it in the past, and I saw a woman who had done it to raise money and awareness about cancer, colon cancer, specific type of cancer. And I thought, this is a perfect way for me to help my friend Kelli and BCC Evolution raise a lot of money. Not just a little bit of money, but a lot of money. And so I reached out to you and said, hey, what do you think? And so we have set forth on this plan for me to go do this event, and we're going to try and raise $60,000. Well, I'm not going to try. We're going to raise $60,000 for BCC Evolution, and bring it's not just about the money. It's also to bring more awareness to mental health and the issues that go along with it. As I've said, I'm very fortunate that I don't have to take my medication and do some of the things that I was doing before. But there's a lot of people out there that's just not the case. There's a lot of people out there that struggle. And there's a lot of people out there that don't know where to turn or what to do. And with what you're doing with BCC Evolution, with this money, we can find those people. I get it. I can't save the world doing this. I would love to save the world from mental health. I would, but I can't. But if I can save a couple people's lives, make a difference in a couple people's lives, maybe not have to read a story about a young adult committing suicide because they just don't know where to go. If I can do that, then I feel like I've done a lot. And so that's what we're doing. We're calling it the Climb for Your Mind. And I'm going to set out on this journey. And the great thing is today is October 3rd. I have 10 months, a little over 10 months till this happens. So I've hired a trainer. She's actually in Colorado. Her name is Sunny Hoppy. That's if you see how she spells her name, it's different. But she is going to help me get ready physically for it. I don't think there's a way you can prepare mentally for what you're going to do, but she's going to do everything she can to get me prepared physically. She, she's a trainer in Colorado, and she works with a lot of different people. She's worked with people that actually climbers and hikers that do these types of uh, that climb obviously larger mountains and do different things. So I feel like she's a really great fit for what I'm going to try and accomplish here. And I'm going to make all 13 climbs. I'm going to reach that 29,029 feet. The cool thing is you have 36 hours to get it done. You are at the location for 3.5 days, but the climbs start at 6 o'clock in the morning on Friday morning, and you have till 6 o'clock Saturday night. So you have 36 hours to get it done, and I will get it done. And we want to raise $60,000 for it. So we're looking for people. We're looking for sponsors. We're looking for people to even donate $100. You can see the link there. Climb for Your Mind. We're gonna do a lot of fun things. One of the things I'm planning on doing is while I'm doing this is to go live on social media, and people can see what I'm doing. See what it's like. It's going to be, go Google 29,029 Everesting. It'll come up. Check it out. If you're so inclined and you want to, there's the link. If you're so inclined and you want to come join us, come out and join us. Right? Come and help us raise money. Let's do it together. I mean, the really cool thing about this is they only take 250 to 300 people. So it's a very small group of people. And from what I've heard, the relationships that are made and developed in those 3.5 days are unbelievable. So I imagine this is going to be an emotional roller coaster of a 3.5 days.
Yeah, I mean, you came to me with this idea and I had no idea about what you were doing. And as I was putting together the Give Lively um, donation page, I started watching the videos. And for me, it became really impactful in my mind too, because I was like, wow, like this matters, right? Like this is something that you don't do very often unless you're a person who travels the world and goes and climbs mountains. I am not one of those people. I live in Colorado, but I hardly ever get up to the mountains. And when I really started watching the videos, I was like, oh my gosh, like this is important. And I know the story behind yours also is, I mean, it's a mental game. It really truly is all about mindset. It's all about that mental game of actually completing the whole climb, the 13 times that you go up and down. So I decided to also join Phillip in this adventure so that one, he's not doing it alone and we can do it together, because BCC Evolution is all about not letting people feel like they're alone and that we're in this together. But then also, I think even for me, it's that mental game of finally completing something that really matters, right? And what we have decided together is that businesses that sponsor $1,000 or more, they're going to get their logo on our shirts. We're going to make shirts. And then anyone who donates $100 or more, you have the opportunity to put a name. If you lost somebody by suicide, if you lost somebody by substance abuse, a mental health challenge, or maybe you lost them by other causes and you want to put their name on the shirt, we're going to smash put as many names as we possibly can on our shirts. And if we have to change every couple hours because that's how many names we have, that's what we're going to do. So I know this is the link to go check out the Everesting. I can't even say it.
Everything, yeah.
Yes, and you can find out more, but this is also the link that you can go and donate to our $60,000 goal. Anything helps. Again, anything $100 or more, you're able to put a name. And I have a really cool, creative way of including all the names, which I'll share with you later, Phillip, because I totally thought, and well, I guess it doesn't matter, but in the BCC Evolution logo, if you've seen it before, it's a heart, and we can actually put names inside those hearts, and inside the logo. So it's like they're centered, they're in the center of what we're trying to accomplish.
Yeah.
And we'll create a Climb for Your Mind t-shirt, and then as many logos that we can fit on the back and the front, we'll definitely include that.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm excited. Every time I talk about it with somebody or express what I'm doing, I get more and more excited. The big thing is that they're going to be 29,029 Everesting. Sometime in October, we'll be announcing the locations and dates. I know the August dates, and I'm 99.9% sure that August date is going to be in Utah. And then once they announce it, early November, we have to at least put a deposit down, start putting some money down towards it. So, between now and early November, I would like to raise at least what it's going to cost to go do this, so that we're able to get that done. But you and I will figure that out. But this is something that we're both going to do. We're going to do it, and as I've said, I just look, I'm not diminishing how bad cancer is or any other diseases. Okay, I'm not. But the facts are the facts. Is there's billions of dollars spent every year on cancer research and research for diseases, and I without having information in front of me, I can almost guarantee you that we don't spend that much money on research for mental health and how we can better deal with mental health. And so that's why I'm doing this. I don't want to trivialize any other diseases, but this is something that I've dealt with personally. It's something that I know other people have dealt with. I've read hundreds of stories on Facebook and LinkedIn about young people who have taken their lives that you would have never known had a problem. But the bottom line is there are times where people, they just don't know where to go, or they just feel like they don't know what to do. And I would like to see where we come up with where I'm not reading as many of those stories every year. Are they ever all going to go away in my lifetime? I don't know. I would love to see that, but let's at least make a little bit of a dent in what we're seeing. And unfortunately, the world that we live in right now is even tougher than it was 5 years ago, and it's worse. And so I want to do my part in raising enough money. And look, 60,000 is what we set, but I know originally in my head I had a much larger number, and I thought, okay, well, maybe let's just get it to a number that I know I can hit. But if we can get more than 60,000, that's even better.
So I'll talk about a little where the money's going. And I think with that amount of money, we can get really creative where it does go. But I do know the projects that we have on hand currently are our mental health first aid classes, which I'm constantly getting requests on a daily basis to sponsor communities and or people to take the courses. And an average class, one class with 30 students costs us about $5,000 for each class. And if we would be able to just even start offering free or paid sponsored classes for communities that are lower income, those sponsored spots can stretch quite a bit with $60,000. We also have an opportunity to be able to get into schools and have those hard conversations with youth so that we're not hearing about more and more suicides. And what I have found the challenge, at least, is that most schools don't have the budget to bring in speakers Some do, but some don't. Like in the lower income communities, they don't have the budget to bring in speakers like myself to have those educational conversations. So being able to offer my services and be able to go speak in those schools without having them worry about paying the fee, that would be incredible also. And we can get really creative how we utilize these funds so that BCC Evolution doesn't necessarily do research, but we do support those to understand and get educated about mental health so that we're putting everyday people in this space where mental health services are not available. And if you know how to assist somebody in need, then we have a much higher opportunity to save their life and them not choose suicide. So
Yeah.
that's where BCC Evolution comes in.
Yeah. Yeah, whatever BCC Evolution will do with the money, I know it will make a huge difference out there in the world, and will help people that maybe aren't getting help right now. I would love to even maybe find a way where we could take a little bit of it and try and help some lower income kids that maybe I mean, look, I was a young person. If I look back at my life, I was a young person that always had a weight problem, always was overweight, always, when I was a kid, getting picked. They didn't call it bullying back then. That was just normal life. You just sucked it up and you took it, right? But obviously, it had its effects on me, and I'm sure I struggled with mental health for my whole life. Just didn't know what it was back then. You didn't know what you were dealing with, and things like that. So that being said, I would love, even to see where we put on a class where we teach kids maybe that struggle with their health or whatever, and show them ways that they can just be healthier and feel better about themselves, because we all know that mental health issues and struggles sometimes come from how we see ourselves, and how we look at ourselves, and things like that. So, you know, yeah, I just think there's so much good that we could do, and it doesn't. I mean, I know $50,000 seems like this large amount of money, but in reality, it's a very small amount. But we can do so much with it, which is, I think, that what people need to realize is that we can just do so much with that amount of money.
Yeah, absolutely. And that really goes hand in hand in what we're trying to accomplish with the Give Youth a Voice program
Yeah,
that we have up and rolling right now, is that we have multiple experts that we plug in that can offer information to youth and adults who help youth. And so, yeah, it sounds like a large amount, but really when you get down to the nuts and bolts of how much things cost, it will go pretty quickly, and that's okay, because that's what our goal is to share this experience, one, to show that we can and we will be able to help in areas of mental health, youth, adults across the board. And then also we can showcase the names of the people, whether they've been lost, or maybe you just want to celebrate somebody who has recovered from a substance use challenge, whatever it might be, right? Any
right.
space that we want to put names on, we want to offer that. And then companies that want to link arms with us and make this become a reality. But I
Yeah.
think there's a lot of opportunity across the board, and I am very thankful that you chose BCC Evolution as the place that you wanted to, start this journey.
Yeah, I'm excited. I start my training this month with my trainer, with Sunny, and we'll be. And the great thing about this relationship with her is, yeah, we are gearing my training up for this event, that will occur in August. But then once this is done, it's for something that will go beyond this, and what will be next for me. It's to continue to have good mental health and continue the journey. This is just one step in it. It's just for me, it's another challenge. It's the physical challenge. It's going to be the mental challenge, and so I'm excited. And yeah, I mean, there's a part of me that wishes it was next month, but I'm glad it's not, because I'm not even close to being ready. So, but I will be, I'm excited about it. And I'm excited about getting to know the people that are involved with the company and everything that they put on. Every time I see something on Facebook, I watch it just because it gets me even more excited. So
It's definitely, it is very exciting, and I need to get myself into shape also. So that will be the challenge for me. But I am so blessed to have you come on another episode, and I am really excited to share this journey with you. And I think that, like you said, it will have lasting benefits. It's not just a get to August next year, it's a lifetime.
I would say that we should plan on coming on the Monday after we're done, if we can physically do that, and talk about how different we are.
Yeah,
Because I do believe that our lives will be different after we're done.
absolutely. Yes,
So,
I think so too. Well, thank you, Phillip, so much. I
you're
appreciate
welcome.
you coming
My pleasure.
on again, and I will chat with you soon.
Sounds good, Kelly. Thanks. Appreciate it.
All right, y'all. That was another amazing episode of Mental Health Mondays. And I'm going to leave this link down here because that's where you can go and donate to our goal of $60,000. And you heard it from Phillip. This really, truly is a mental, emotional, physical challenge that both of us are going to take on, and there's no way that I could have let him do it by himself, because BCC Evolution, we're all about knowing that you're not alone. And I think that even for myself, it's going to be a huge stretch, because I'm not one that exercises constantly, but I also don't go up and down a mountain very often. So it is, again, called Climb for Your Mind. We are looking to raise $60,000 or beyond. That all of that money will go towards mental health education, and we'll get creative where that goes, especially with our communities that are lower income, and how we can really start tapping into those even more. So again, if you're watching this on YouTube, make sure you mash down that subscribe button. Make sure you're following us on LinkedIn or Facebook, and share this. Tell others. Please help us get to our goal. And again, join us back for another Mental Health Monday next Monday at 11 a.m., where we talk to guests who are professionals in the mental health space, those that live with or experience a mental health challenge, or mental health advocates. And I will see you next Monday. Bye, y'all.